Your DJ mix sounds great when you're able to scratch and drop the way you see me perform most of the time in this channel. But the interesting thing here is it begins to get more complicated when you get to a level where you want to start the song, and then as you are playing the song, you want to increase the speed of the song. Now, how do you do that? Which is what we call BPM increase. I'm going to be doing a demo for you guys to see. Now, in doing that, the first thing you need to pay close attention is all the technical aspect of these things have been handled by me, and this is just a plug and play setup that I have here that you work with. Now, get to see how it will be done in this short while. Now, the first thing you need to do is you need to have the song played on a particular speed when you are starting. That means if you are mixing at any event, you should expect that you cannot be playing at a particular BPM from the beginning of that event to the end. So this is where you begin to get more messy. Then the first thing you need to do is when you are starting the song, like what I'm going to be doing now. Now this song is starting at this particular speed. Now when you get to a certain level, you want to increase the speed. Now how do you increase the speed? This is what you are going to be doing now. We increase the speed by doing this. Now you see the speed has been increased. Now there are situations where it doesn't end there. You want to beat match the two tracks together, and for you to beat match the two tracks together while increasing the speed, you also need a perfect synchronization from the beginning of the beat. Now this is what you are going to be doing now. You notice that the two tracks have two different BPM at this level. Now I'm going to marry them. I will switch to this particular deck which is having the new track, and then I will use the shift spacebar. You can see everything is perfectly okay now. Now the next thing we'll do is we are going to now scratch this one and drop on the beat, and then by the time it starts, we will now increase the speed. Now let's do it now. This is it. Get out the way. Get out the way. Get out the way. Get out the way. Now you see the two beats are perfectly synchronizing. Now it doesn't end there. We are going to increase the speed of the two deck without distortion, because this is where it gets very complicated for a lot of DJs. Having everything synchronized like this and then still be able to increase the speed, which is the BPM. That means move this higher, because depending on the speed of the dancers or the audience, how do you want them to entertain, they expect more, so we are going to increase it. Now this is it. Get out the way, get out the way, get out the way. Oh. So you can see everything is going smoothly now. The speed is up for the two track. Get out the way, get out the way, get out the way. Now there are situations where you now want to end the beat. You want to end, let's say for example, this is the outgoing track now. We want to end it with scratches. Now we are going to do a short scratching at the end, then we'll end it. Then we'll now introduce a new vibe which is playing off the drum at the end too. So let's roll it now. Pay close attention to the movement of my finger. What are the keys we use for the speed? We use shift and this. Then we can also use control this to reduce the speed, and then we use the shift and space bar to synchronize everything. Now let's go now further. Now let's move it to the end of the deck. We need to shift to this other deck first. That means we are moved on this deck. Then we'll have our infinity key to move to our end. Easy. We are going to do it now. Let me increase the volume fully. Get out the way. Get out the way. Get out the way. So you can see how we did everything. The beat went smoothly. We ended it with a very superb scratch, and then we are going to be playing some little drums on it now so that you get to enjoy them more.
The Scratch Killer DJ and Turntable Captain.
DJ Don Genius.
So that is how we roll it in this particular channel. Everything is perfectly done. So this is a summary of what we just did now. We first start these beats at a particular BPM, which is a much more lower than this. Then we increase the speed using shift alternate key, and then along the process we brought in this new track by using the shift space to synchronize, and then we move further to having another shift alternate to move the 2 tracks up, making sure that everything goes smoothly, the 2 track without distortion. And then we now move to the end of the deck by scratching and dropping using our A and the usual scratch that we have here. And then we now play our drums, and then everything ended perfectly with some amazing vibe at the end. So I believe you learned something in this particular video. So all the technical aspect of this setup has already been taken care of. So if you're interested in getting this, if you haven't gotten it, you can check the link in the description box of this video, or you can comment the word map and we'll take care of the rest for you. You get to deliver it as you want with much more detailed guide that haven't been covered in this particular video. This is more than the setup that we have here. I think is over 50 something. So that is the bitter truth of what we have here. So you get to appreciate it and how powerful it works. So see you guys in my next video. Don't forget to keep a date as I continue to give you more amazing stuff and more updates as we continue to progress in this particular line. So see you guys in my next video. Let's get the DJing process on more fire.